This 4x4 is driven by Beverley Postma, Executive Director of Grow Asia. It was recorded at the AGRF conference in Kigali in 2022. What are the key issues that need to change to mobilise finance for climate adaptation in agriculture?
So mobilising finance does come with its challenges. And in order to solve the problems that farmers are facing, we need to mobilise finance in a way that responds to their business needs. The challenge with the language that we tend to use when we talk about climate resilience and adaptation is that we don't always talk in a way that relates to the very small business, the micro SME in Africa and Asia. And it's not that we want to remove or dilute the energy around climate financing, but I think we have to ask ourselves, what does that mean to a farm business? Because there's not many smallholders that walk into the bank and say, I'd like some finance for climate, please. Most businesses need finance for basic business solutions. And if you're a farmer, that usually means you're having to deal with the seasonality of your growing cycle. Your harvest is going to come a lot later than when you sow the crop. So we have to understand if we want to help businesses to become more resilient and adapt and to becoming ready for climate change impact, we have to really understand what the business need is. And so language is important, but we have to use the words that work on the farm. So I like what CABI and CASA are doing because they talk very much about agri-finance. And at the end of the day, we're still financing small agricultural businesses. So understanding their needs in the context of climate is, I think, very important.
How is Grow Asia participating in South-South dialogues to build resilient food systems?
Grow Asia was formed as a unique gateway to public-private partnership in Asia. And like its counterparts in Africa and Latin America, it serves as a regional hub, a regional platform that brings together the public sector. In the case of Grow Asia, that's the 10 ASEAN ministers of agriculture from the 10 nations of Southeast Asia, and it brings them together with business leaders. And those partnerships exist not just to talk about and identify the challenges and opportunities in the region, but then to really mobilize country level and field level public-private partnerships, very action-oriented partnerships. Grow Asia cannot do that in isolation. We find great value in what we call the South-South cooperation dialogue, learning from Africa, learning from Latin America. And it's been a fabulous opportunity to join forces with leaders of those other regional entities so that we can cross-fertilize this knowledge under the broader platform of the Food Action Alliance that was catalyzed by the World Economic Forum as part of the UN Food System Summit.
The CASA programme is proud to be building partnerships across the world to drive investment for climate-resilient agri-food systems. Visit the events page, past events section, to hear other expert viewpoints shared in the CASA 4x4s and webinar series.